Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we'll be getting into how I transferred 2319 here from DC to DCC. Okay, when I say this has been a journey, I mean it took me way too long to do this, but I guess I can excuse myself because this is my first time doing this. The tools I'll be using is 1, this screwdriver kit, 2, these automatic wire strippers. By the way, I got these for only $10 when usually they go for twice that much, which is a pretty good deal. 3, this hyper tough 30-watt soldering iron, which I accidentally dropped later in the video. And that's it for all the tools I'm using. Here's what I'm installing. A TCS WOWsound Steam Decoder version 4 or 4.6 with a Keep Alive 3. But this steam locomotive is not a 9-pin engine and this is a 9-pin decoder, so I went and ordered a 9-pin to 8-pin plug to be installed in place of these extra wires here. I will also be installing this TCS high bass speaker, but spoilers, kinda installing. Let's just say it won't be the speaker it ends out with. So here I am plugging up a soldering iron for the first time. I'm gonna go ahead and strip my wires and do things like that while I'm waiting for it to get hot. And I'm actually not gonna show the footage from the rest of this night because it's just kind of me. This is my first time doing this, so I'm just kind of messing around with things. So let's skip to the next day. Here is that TCS WOWsound decoder I was talking about earlier. We're just gonna go ahead and plug this into I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but we're gonna go ahead and plug it into it. Finally, after a lot of trial yesterday, I soldered one end onto the speaker and now I'm gonna go ahead and tin the other end, which basically is like a prepping for it. Remember when I said I was new? Yeah, this is sped up times 47 because it took me 5 minutes to do this. Now, because of my unusual speaker placement, it being in the coal bunker instead of down under the board where it's supposed to be because the speaker is unusually tall, I had to go and drill holes so it allowed the sound out easier. I was actually surprised when I looked at the iPad and realized I'd been doing this for 10 minutes, but hey, whatever gets the job done. I then drilled holes into the tender compartment until I figured this is enough. Altogether, I drilled 10 holes. I probably could have drilled a little more, but I didn't want to really weaken the integrity of the tender. Now the only thing left to do was to wait for my controller to get here in the mail. That took a lot longer than I expected, or am I just being impatient? It doesn't matter which one because it's here now. So here we got instructions, operation tutorial, and troubleshooting. Here we got the plug, and here's the controller itself. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but that doesn't matter as long as it's functional. And here's a better look at the whole thing. I wonder what that is. Oh well, I'll probably find out later when it's too late. So, remember when I said I'd find out later when it's too late? Well, I kinda sorta found out that you're supposed to plug your track wires into these holes and I don't have those. So I decided to custom make some out of these wires that I had. These were originally wires that came with Bachmann Easy Switch turnoffs. I decided to clip off the ends and strip the wires to see if it would work to put in the controller. And then I went ahead and tinned my wires. And then I realized the problem with the last one is that I had too much solder still on there, so I had to go ahead and drip off the extra bits of solder. And now I have two not over soldered tinned wires. The only thing left was to screw them in. But then I ran into a problem. The only sound it was making was this clicking noise. No chuffs, no whistles, no anything. Things stayed like this for 2 days while I tried to figure out what happened, until one Sunday morning. While this showed progress, it still wouldn't make any chuffing sounds, and it wouldn't blow the whistle. The only thing that would happen when you press those functions is the clicking noise, and then the decoder would just start up the steam sounds again, as if it reset. After about a day of thinking, I figured out that it was a weak connection to the speaker, which was causing the clicking noises. Whenever you would try to make a sound that was too loud, like the whistle, or trying to move it to make chuffing noises, it would go back to the buzzing noise. So I went through the entire process of buying another speaker and waiting a little bit for it to get here. It actually wasn't too bad because it came early, but I had one problem. I had absolutely no idea where I was supposed to solder to. So I spent the next couple days trying to contacting TCS tech support, and after a couple days they showed me a screenshot on what to do. So after about an evening's worth of failed attempts and a little bit of soldering the next day, I finally wound up with this. So that's where we are right now. The engine is sitting in the other room, and I put the shell back on. I'll leave you with some clips of the engine running with its new TCS WOWsound decoder, and then we'll go ahead and end the video.